Welcome to MindShift Daily Chanel. You are enough. These 3 words, though simple, carry a weight that many struggle to believe. We live in a world that often demands more success, more beauty, more achievement, more perfection. But in the constant pursuit of more, it's easy to forget the truth that lies within us. Who you are right now is worthy of love, respect, and success. Building self-worth and confidence doesn't come from meeting society's ever-changing standards. It comes from within, from choosing to believe that your value is not defined by your accomplishments, but by your very existence. And it begins by embracing a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and perseverance. A growth mindset is a powerful tool for transforming the way you see yourself and your life. It reframes failure not as a reflection of who you are, but as a step toward who you're becoming. It reminds you that every challenge you face holds an opportunity not just to succeed, but to grow. And when you internalize this mindset, confidence becomes less about what you've already achieved and more about knowing that you're capable of handling whatever comes next. That belief that you can grow, learn, and improve is the root of genuine, lasting self-worth. Let's imagine someone starting from rock bottom. Maybe they've lost their job, gone through a breakup, or failed at something they cared deeply about. In those moments, it's tempting to believe that you're not enough, that your worth is tied to that loss or failure. But here's where a shift in mindset makes all the difference. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" That one question is transformative. It shifts the focus from victimhood to empowerment, from despair to possibility. Every successful person has faced setbacks. The difference is, they saw those setbacks as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Think of someone like Oprah Winfrey. Her early life was filled with hardship, poverty, abuse, rejection. She was even told she was unfit for TV. But she chose to believe in her potential. She didn't allow her circumstances to define her. Instead, she leaned into them, learned from them, and grew stronger because of them. That's the essence of self-worth fueled by a growth mindset. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about facing it head-on and refusing to let it diminish your belief in yourself. The journey to building confidence isn't a straight line. There will be days when you doubt yourself, days when the world's noise feels louder than your inner voice. But in those moments, you have a choice to shrink back or to rise up. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to silence the inner critic and replace it with an inner coach. Your inner critic says, "You're not good enough." Your inner coach says, "You've got this. Keep going." That shift, though subtle, changes everything. Confidence grows through action. You don't wait until you feel confident to take the leap. You build confidence by leaping anyway. Every small step you take, every challenge you face, every skill you improve adds to your self-worth. You begin to see yourself not just as someone who tries, but as someone who perseveres. You start to trust yourself, and that trust becomes the foundation of lasting confidence. Even when the outcome isn't perfect, the fact that you showed up for yourself speaks volumes. Take, for instance, Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times while inventing the light bulb. But to him, those weren't failures. They were lessons. Each one brought him closer to success. That's a growth mindset in action. Imagine if he'd given up at attempt number 500. The world might still be in the dark. The key takeaway here is that success doesn't come from never failing, it comes from never giving up. And that kind of resilience is born from the belief that you are enough to try again. Building self-worth is also about self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself, to replay your mistakes, to compare your journey with others. But comparison is the thief of joy. No two paths are the same, and your value isn't diminished just because someone else is succeeding. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you moving forward, even if just by an inch? If the answer is yes, then you are succeeding. One powerful strategy to foster self-worth is journaling. When you write down your thoughts, your progress, and your struggles, you start to recognize patterns. You begin to see how far you've come. Even on your hardest days, you can look back and remind yourself, I've made it through worse. I can handle this too. Another effective technique is practicing daily affirmations. Speaking words like I am enough, I am growing, or I am capable trains your brain to believe them. Over time, these affirmations rewire your mindset and boost your confidence. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who see your worth. Your environment matters. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, or criticism, it's hard to build self-worth. Seek out those who lift you up, who believe in your potential, and who challenge you to be your best self. And just as importantly, be that person for others. When you help someone else believe in themselves, you reinforce your own sense of value. We rise by lifting others. In your professional life, adopting a growth mindset can be the difference between stagnation and success. Instead of fearing feedback, welcome it as a chance to improve. Instead of avoiding challenges, pursue them as opportunities for development. Think of athletes they train relentlessly, not because they're already the best, but because they know they can always get better. You, too, can cultivate that same mindset. Whether you're aiming for a promotion, launching a business, or learning a new skill, remind yourself, I may not know everything now, but I have what it takes to learn. In personal development, it's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. You are not a finished product, you are a masterpiece in progress. Give yourself permission to evolve, to change, to grow. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every time you do, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and worthy. And when setbacks come, as they always do, face them with the knowledge that they're temporary and that you have the strength to move through them. Let's not forget the power of gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's missing, but when you intentionally focus on what you have, your entire perspective shifts. Gratitude grounds you. It reminds you that even in the chaos, there is good, that you are alive, growing, and moving forward. And that's something worth celebrating. Ultimately, building self-worth and confidence is a lifelong journey. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more of who you already are. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I may not be perfect, but I am proud of who I'm becoming. The world needs your light, your voice, your story. Don't dim it by doubting your worth. You are enough, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. And with a growth mindset, there is no limit to what you can achieve.